Now welcome back everybody to the channel. Now as humans have always been fascinated by flight. See, flying around through the skies just like a bird. Luckily we have kind of realized that fascination by building planes. You know, these days we can just catch $10 Ryanair flights and actually experience flights for a very cheap price. But of course there's still a difference between being in a plane and flying around in it and actually steering a plane. Being a pilot. And piloting is also a thing that fascinates a lot of people. And a lot of people would like to become pilots and would like to steer airplanes. The problem though is that flying is very expensive. I mean, this Cessna here, this very old boxy thingy looking plane is at least gonna throw you back at like $100,000 or something. Like, at least a working Cessna. And just a private pilot license will set you back around $10,000 at least. It's not very affordable. This is why some of the crazy folks out there are actually playing around with building their own planes. For example, Peter Stripple, he's actually also like a big YouTuber, right? He built his own homemade electric plane, which is actually quite crazy. I mean, look at this. I wouldn't trust myself to build a plane and actually sit in it and steer it, let alone, Jesus Christ. Look at this. He built his own plane, right? I mean, that is definitely the most boss move I've ever seen. I mean, look at it. It even flies. That is quite a thing. And you know, building like a homemade aircraft has especially been a thing in some African countries. There's a whole compilation of them. Someone built a helicopter. Now, that's actually the best compilation I've ever seen. I mean, the thing is, that is quite some engineering here. I'm not gonna lie, even though that takeoff at all did not work. And after all, the aircraft actually did lift off. It didn't lift off more than like 10 centimeters, but that's the start, right? We gotta give that. And well, another African aviation home-built aircraft pioneer is this guy, for example. We already know his face. I think some of you guys already know him, right? I mean, he's quite famous for, you know, his attempts to build his own aircraft. Man attempt to fly a homemade plane flops again.
I think the best thing is that we will probably have to consult with institutional people.
What does he say? I'm not quite sure. I mean, did he even attempt to actually fly? This is his aircraft, right? That he built himself, which is actually crazy. I mean, I wouldn't have the skill to build this or something.
Up the engines and the plane finally started forward.
Okay.
Gathering speed in its wake.
All right, come on, take off. Work.
But flying, it didn't.
No!
Yet another failure.
Why did it fail? What did he say? All right, that hasn't worked. Yeah, I mean, look at the shame in his eyes. All right, so maybe watch some other attempts here at flying home-built aircraft. This is another attempt here in Africa land. I think this is from the same guy, isn't it? All right, so this is another aircraft I guess he built. And oh yeah, this is the famous ramp clip. You know, using a ramp as a runway, it kind of does sound like it makes sense, but it doesn't at all. I mean, especially this one. I mean, we all know this clip. I think it's just gonna crash against the ramp and just not flying. Look at this.
Look
at all the people laughing in the background. Jesus Christ, that is totally broken, this plane now. Great. Was there even a person sitting in there? No, there was no person in there, right? Okay, I hope so. What is that? I mean, this is the worst thing ever, using a ramp, but I think, you know, this is learning by doing, figuring out, okay, maybe we shouldn't use a ramp. Maybe we should build a plane that should be able to take off by itself and not be thrown into the air by a ramp. All right, so this is another attempt here. Oh, this is actually sleek looking here with this white. Let's see if it's gonna take off. Come on. I mean, after all what you basically need to lift off at least is like a powerful enough engine to get you fast enough and like well enough designed wings to get you lifted off, and that hasn't worked, has it? Great. We don't even see the plane attempting to fly. It's mostly the engines that, you know, can't get the planes fast enough.
Dreams of flying ever since I was young.
All right, he's been having dreams of flying ever since he was young. What's he doing? He's trying to build a helicopter? Oh, jeez. The thing is, building a helicopter is way harder than building a plane, isn't it? Okay, is this what he built? Is that gonna fly? No, it's not even. It's, great. I mean, honestly, that's quite sick. I would actually drive that around, if I'm being honest. That's quite awesome. All right, can we see some more serious attempts though at flying airplanes? Okay, let's. Oh, it's this guy again, the iconic African aviation pioneer. Let's see if he's gonna be able to fly. Come on, there we go. He's being pushed, which is already a bad start. Oh, the landing gear collapsed. Great. Yeah, it's important. In order to actually be able to fly for a plane, you should be at least able to drive.
I'll go back to the
Okay, wonder what she is up to right now. Gabriel, innovator. Yeah, he is. All right, I lost like this very positivity kind of title. Your plane that will never take off from Kenya Citizen TV. Come on, man. Don't start with this pessimism right off, right? Come on. Let him try to take off. Ah, it's this guy again. Come on. I mean, once you're gonna do it. Yes. Yes. Take a look at this. Yes! Oh, that has gone extremely wrong. Well, what is that? I mean, come on, just try to at least like a proper ground to start your planes. What the hell is this right here? You can't have the planes crash. Look, what did you crash into that bush there? Jesus, you cannot just be crashing into a bush before you actually take off. That's... Great. Alright, that hasn't really worked, has it? I mean, what's this explanation about this one now?
What we wanted to achieve today is to see if we can at least be able to get off the ground. And,
but you weren't. You didn't.
Okay, we were not able to test to have a conclusive result.
Yeah, you weren't.
Because of the field is not the best. We tried to fix it with some wooden panels. And I believe the next time...
I mean, you're right about that. I mean, it was probably the field that was actually the problem. I mean, the plane was literally about to take off. Look at the tail landing gear already being up, but then you crash into... That's actually quite good to look at. I don't know why. All right, Ugandan homemade helicopter. Come on, Uganda. Maybe you're gonna do this a little bit better. All right, here we go. Let's come on. Yes, here we go. Look at that landing gear. Wow. Well, it looks like a trolley, like a cart. Like just the wheels taken out of it. Great. Okay, come on, let's take off. Yes, full power. Oh, he's just given up, hasn't he? Great, that hasn't worked out. Nice. All right, homemade aircraft sees your frantics fly into the sky. Homemade entertainment. What? What is that of a video title? All right, I mean, this is actually flying, though. I do doubt this is this homemade? This couldn't be homemade. I mean, this is a classic style of aircraft. This could also be like a classic rebuilt by a proper company or something. But as you can see, after all, this guy actually can achieve flight, which is like the thing, right? Look at this. And maybe a nice landing here on this grass runway. So that was a nice landing. Okay. Finally, we have some actual working things here in this video. I don't know what the context of this is, but we have home-built aircraft that actually fly. But yeah, you know, building your own aircraft in Africa land and stuff like that. I mean, the thing is, these people have actually some very good dedication. Like, from the, looks of it, this seems like very properly built. You know, these guys actually have some talent. I mean, look at that outfit. Look at that outfit of the helicopter pilot. This thing's never gonna fly, I can tell you that. But this is very interesting. African man built his own air helicopter. All right, look at, he has a book. He has a book. Look at that dedication. You know, it would be very nice to actually see those pioneers and iconic inventors being supported financially. You know, they need money. I'm not quite sure about this guy because this thing's never going to fly. I mean, look. Look at the angle of the blades. Oh, I mean, he had a book. He had a book. He had a book. So yeah, guys, home-built aircraft. Don't challenge me to actually build my own. And thank you guys for watching this video. I'll see you guys tomorrow. As always, good night.
Now thank you to my members here on YouTube like Block, Emite, Mubarak, Mike, Ethan, Darren, Stefan, Ian, Omad the Human, Rafael Burkowski, Junk in the Trunk, Moritz, Toby, Great Grandpa John, Government Pasta, Calamity Airlines, Kelly Chaos, New York, Tyler Park, Cheese Doritos, Shadow, Anime Planes 001, X-Men Show, Deslama, Futuring, Kellen, Me By You, Captain Cameron, Spiro, Gary, Norwegian, Bajel, and Pyrology.